TAI SABAKI, we're going to talk now about TENKAN, or hip pivoting. TENKAN is very important, especially when you're getting into doing more dynamic movements like immobilization number 7, kotegashi, for example. So TAI SABAKI being basic body movement in Japanese, and TENKAN is a pivoting. And it's very important to understand this, all right? So this is one of those movements you got to practice over and over and over again. And it looks basically like this. You get into your Hanmi thin stance, again differentiating Hanmi from doing your basic combat stance or fighting stance. It's very different and it's much thinner. So TENKAN, the movement is essentially like this. I'm going to move forward as I pivot, and I'm going to follow this leg, and I'm going to bring this leg back. I can do it with a step or without a step. So from a single point pivot, I'm going to just turn and move my body back. Turn and move my body back. Now, one of the things that you can do to practice this is using your hands, by taking your hands in front of you like this, and your lead leg. So if I'm in traditional Hanmi stance with my left leg forward, my right leg back, I've not done any Yorimi. If you're not sure what that is, go look at that video. I'm going to move my hand in this movement, just a very gentle curvature at about belt level, okay? And I'm going to follow my hand as if I was rotating around it. I'm chasing it, okay? So I'm going to just go like this. I'm going to pivot and then step back. I'm going to pivot and then step back. So now let's look at it from the side so you can see both directions, okay? In Hanmi, I follow my hand, I pivot, and I step back. I pivot and I step back. Pivot and step back. I do a Rimi. I pivot and step back. Irimi, I pivot and step back. Irimi, pivot and step back. So that's basic TENKAN, or a hip pivot. You hip pivot first, then pull your leg back. And a Rimi, again, go look at that video because a Rimi is important. It's an entering technique that's really critical in terms of understanding how you rotate around, how you move, how you enter into an opponent's sphere of influence during a dynamic fight.